the federal government through executive actions. In addition to new orders on immigration and climate change, CBS News has obtained a memo that shows that Donald Trump is also ending diversity programs at all federal agencies.
It went out last night to the heads of every federal department and agency, giving them until 5 p.m. today to notify all federal employees who work on diversity, equity, and inclusion programs that they are being placed on paid leave effective immediately, and that all those programs across the federal government will soon be shut down. The 4-page memo obtained by CBS News instructs federal agency heads to cancel any DEI-related trainings and close all DEI offices. The memo went out just one day after President Trump signed an executive order giving agencies 60 days to terminate all DEI positions.
Our country is going to be based on merit again. Can you believe it?
We're here to talk about DEI, affirmative action, all the people that's about to be losing their jobs because from being in DEI programs and whatnot. First of all, I'm gonna say this. It's a bold move on Trump's part, but in the eyes of tens of thousands of people who will be, probably even 100,000s of people who will be directly impacted, it's an move for Trump to do. For Vivek Ramaswamy, Elon Musk, Department of Government Efficiency, where they're trying to trim the fat. A lot of people have been getting opportunities in the federal government for a long time, making 6 figures and investing in their homes, investing in their children. The children go to certain schools because they have these careers. They've been purchasing homes because they have these careers. They've been taking extra chances, driving certain vehicles that they wouldn't drive if they didn't have these careers. So not saying that it should be a woe is me type of situation, because if they should be blaming anybody, they should be blaming the administrations before Trump who put them in this trick bag to make them believe that these opportunities will stay in place. And some of y'all wouldn't call it an opportunity. Some of y'all would think that it's cheating. You call it normalcy. We're back to normalcy now. Yeah, we are. I mean, normalcy it depends on your perspective, your point of view, your life story, your lived experience. But the fact remains that there's a whole poop ton of people who will be negatively impacted immediately because these DEI and affirmative action programs are leaving. People who look like me, you understand me, all right? Now, they decided to put their bets and hedge their bets on these programs, believing that they will continue to be in place and that, you know, they're probably applying for them, have so many different jobs because of it, and they're about to lose out and probably lose their homes and lose a lot of their sugar honey iced tea, all right? Not telling y'all to feel bad for them. I don't care if you feel bad for them. This show is not about that, but I think that it will negatively impact a whole bunch of people. So get ready for more lawsuits. Donald Trump's administration, President Trump's administration, there will be a lot of lawsuits because people will be losing contracts, federal government contracts that they've gotten simply because they had a business that was considered a black business, a minority-owned business. And then if you're a woman, you get a double minority-owned business. You get moved to the front of the line so that you can gain a government contract before anybody else. And then you have the triple minority. If you're handicapped and you're black and you're a woman, then you get the triple minority contracts. A lot of those people are going to lose their contracts because DEI and affirmative action and all these programs are being stripped away from the federal government. So don't deny yourself that a lot of families will be hurt from this. That's why I'll start. But I think most families will be helped from this. I think a lot of these people will realize that they can't ride the coattails of the government anymore, and they will start working their asses off to make sure that them and their families are squared away, with or without the federal government, with or without these special programs. And they're going to show them that I can survive by myself. So whether or not I agree with his policies or not, I agree with him as a man in most of his policies, way more than I ever agree with Biden and Kamala's policies. the fact that they just wanted to just play with people simply because they were black and what they were using minorities so that they can stay in power and take advantage of the country as a whole. So we will get into all of that. But I'm not one of those people who feel like everything Trump does is good. Nah, I don't. I don't. Like, there are people out there who think that everything Trump does is good. But being this brash and just cutting things off that impacts anybody positively, that is in and of itself bad. If a lot of people are getting good from it and you remove it, that's bad. But a lot of people are missing out on opportunities, and it's making this country stale by making us depend on these things. That's the part that's good, the fact that we're getting rid of it. All right. And how will we know if we don't need it as a crutch unless we remove it? How will we know that we can depend on ourselves unless we remove these crutches? In my opinion, there's some good to it and there's some bad to it. And I'm trying to touch on both. We have been teaching people how to grow online. It's been absolutely amazing. We have 3 people who have been able to reach monetization in less than 30 days. Growing YouTube channels, some from 0 people. We have one guy who had 2 subscribers before he started working with me. We started helping him. His views went up 4.8 million%. We're super excited. If anybody ever want to grow on YouTube, you reach out to me with the word coach. So again, I'm not a politician. I don't know a whole lot about government. I'm a novice in this thing. I'm kind of new to it all. But unlike a lot of people out there, I'm not meat riding politicians. I'm not a super fan of any politician. I'm not a stan of any politician. Have you ever seen me with a MAGA hat on? This is not a shot at anybody who rock a MAGA hat or rep a MAGA hat. I'm just letting you know that I'm not a stan. The only person I'm a fan of is God. And that's not even a person, but I'm a fan of God. That's it. That's it. In my family, I'm the biggest fan of everybody that come from me. My wife and my children, whatever they're doing, I don't care what they're doing. I'm front row and center, the loudest one, period. And I'm making sure that here's the thing. If I've been able to raise up a family, me and my wife, we've been able to raise up a family together and instill excellence into our children. Excellence into our children. Not so that they can compete with white people. We don't give a damn about competing with white people. I don't want to be like no white person at all. And I'm damn sure not going to be meat riding no Kamala Harris and Biden when they ain't do a damn thing for me. They blatantly went out of their way to make policy that destroys this nation thread by thread. So acknowledge that. If you are a Democrat or an independent or a liberal or anything like that, I want you just to acknowledge the fact that a lot of the stuff that happened in the last 4 years made us look horrible. So yeah, Trump is getting in the House and this dude is removing everything that he believes threatens our nation. Of course I'm with that. I want to make sure my wife and my children have a safe country to live in.